Peace, y'all. So, today, if you don't know me, I'm Camson. I am the creator of SCA Thrive. And today, I wanted to do a really quick video. I actually wanted to do a really long video, but it's not working out that way. So, I wanted to make sure that I did at least a portion of that, and you all can be looking forward to what to expect. But thank you for just participating and even being interested in SCA Thrive and what I'm trying to do here. I have a lot of new people I've noticed that have joined, so thank you to you and to the people who have been with me since the beginning. Of course, thank you to you. I just give a lot of gratitude for you all because I know that a lot of the information that I present here is not stuff that a lot of us believe works, from herbs to meditations to yoga to breathing, deep breathing. A lot of us don't believe that those things can help us because we grew up in a culture, in a society that has programmed us from birth that taking pain medication is like your top way of dealing with pain. That's like a number one issue. So I just want to say, wearing crystals, using yoga, meditation, herbs, if you don't believe in your heart that those things can help you, they're not going to help you. The mind is very, very powerful. So I want to say to you all today, if you are coming on this journey with me, if you're trying out stuff, you're ordering chlorophyll, you're ordering our sea moss, and you're trying it out. Maybe you tried the GH7 that I mentioned here, or GH3 or GH8, whichever one. If you saw that video, you'll see that. But it takes courage to get your mind to a place where you're willing to try something new, but it takes even more bravery for you to just step out on the ledge and just choose to believe in something that you're not sure may help you. And you can kind of feel like you're throwing your money away, and it can be discouraging. It can be rough because it does take sacrifices. There are things that I have to sacrifice to be able to buy these supplements and these herbs and see these natural doctors, and it can get very expensive. So that's another reason I created this, so that I could share with you the doctors I find, the herbs, the things that I learned from them, so you're not having to pay the max to learn these alternative techniques to dealing with a lot of the things that sickle cell cause. So first and foremost, I want to say it is mind over matter. Always mind over matter. And when I found this shirt, I was just like, literally it was on my mind right before I found the shirt, and I was like, okay, it's mind over matter. And so with sickle cell, because it's a program, it's true, but it's a program. We know that our mind is programmed to know that there will possibly be another crisis, that there is possibly pain right around the corner. We might be good 1 minute. And so when you know that, what happens is your mind go into a cycle of fight or flight. Your mind is in a cycle of trying to survive. You're constantly surviving. That's why I call this SCA Thrive, because I want to help shift us from the paradigm of surviving to actually thriving. And it's a very big difference in the feeling and how that affects your body. And so if you're bracing yourself every single day, you're bracing yourself for the worst. It's just in case, well, I'd like to go walking, but I don't want to put myself into a crisis. I was like that for so many years. And then one day I literally just woke up and was like, wait a minute. I wake up in pain somewhere every day. Why am I avoiding an activity that could help me, to even help my mind to get stronger, not just about my body, but to make me feel confident the path that I'm on, because I'm willing to take calculated risk to benefit my health. And so if I'm going to be hurting tomorrow, most likely anyway, which is how it is, I may as well do something that is going to move me into the position that I'm desiring to be in. So for me, some days getting up and doing yoga in the morning, just the thought of it is dreadful. And I'm like, I'm already in pain. And, it don't even make sense to get up and do more physical activity. And, I've shared a lot of videos. There are a lot of other people who suffer with pain who are yoga teachers. And some of them were sick before becoming yoga teachers, and some of them weren't. They became sick after being yoga teachers. And so I find these people and I share these people here because they can relate to what we experience. But pain doesn't mean you have to put your life on hold. Because what happens is we'll say, just for this moment, I can't do this. But really in the subconscious mind, you're programmed to believe I'm going to always have to put something on hold because of the pain or the symptoms of sickle cell anemia. So what happens before you know it is 6 months have went by, and it's something you've been putting on hold for 6 whole months, and you don't even notice because it accumulates so slowly that you don't really notice how much time is being invested into trying to avoid a crisis or avoid exasperating pain that already exists. And so in the morning, when I have mornings like that, sometimes if I'm in really that much pain, if I can't do anything else but put on some calming, peaceful music. I've shared with you all how frequency can heal. It's called sound healing. This is proven. This is not, this is not something based on science fiction. These are proven techniques that people have been using way before doctors and surgeons and medicine was like a go-to thing, right? And so I'll just lay in the bed and just lay my hand on my heart, take some deep breaths, and just say my affirmation for the day. And it's kind of like a prayer, but it's a prayer directly to myself. And I'll say, okay, body, you're in pain today. I acknowledge that. It frustrates me that I cannot do what I want to do right now, but I acknowledge the pain that my body is in. I am present. I am with you. It's almost like you imagine that you're your own best friend, right? And so by doing this, you're able to just connect your heart and your mind and your spirit and your soul and get that aligned. And when you can't control what the body does, guess what? You can control what the mind and the heart is doing, which will steer your spirit into a more peaceful place. So your body not at peace, but you can train yourself to allow your mind to be at peace. And so when I'm in those moments, that's when I push myself to meditate. If I can't even move, I'm just going to lay my hand on my heart and meditate. Because guess what? Physically, I can't do this, but I can become an expert at mental aerobics. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so there's an upside of me not being able to get out of the bed today. I'm stuck in the bed anyway. I'm in perfect meditation position. I'm just going to practice for 5 minutes, being able to keep my mind on one peaceful thought that will just help me to relax as much as possible in my time of discomfort. And when you first start doing that, okay, I'm sorry, I'm back. So I'm a mama full time. But anyway, yeah. So when I practice controlling my mind, if you just now starting doing this, it's going to be very difficult. You're definitely going to have some challenges. You will definitely feel your legs or your arms or your hips, whatever it is, your chest, and it hurts. It may be with every breath that you take, it hurts. And just, if you could just for 60 seconds, just start small, take baby steps. That's cool. Start small, like, okay, for 60 seconds, I'm not going to be attached to this pain. For 60 seconds, I'm going to imagine what I'm going to be able to do because of the things that I'm doing to give me wellness and to give me more well-being, right? And to make me better. So for 60 seconds, I'm just going to imagine what I'm going to do the first time I wake up with no pain, or have a whole day or a week with no pain at all. What would I do with that? If you have to focus on what you're going to do with your body once it's better. And by doing that, that's going to keep you positive. It's going to keep you hopeful. So no, the meditation may not make the pain go away, but it's increasing your ability to be resilient. It's increasing your ability to control your life by controlling your mind when you cannot control your body. And over time, this will develop into a habit. You hear people say it takes 21 days to break or develop a habit, to learn something new. And so the mind is just a computer. And so by doing this each day, you are programming your mind to receive a new software, right? To function differently. And the main thing that I'm finding that is very difficult, that I feel is getting in the way of a lot of sickle cell patients who are seeking alternative paths to changing their lives. What happens is I have a day that I'm feeling well, but that day I go so hard, I wear myself down. And so you do have to use discernment as to how much to do. But what happened the next day, if the pain is worse than usual, I'm so hard on myself and I feel so guilty that I shouldn't have went out last night, or I shouldn't have been drinking with my friends, my girlfriends. We got together, had a few drinks, whatever it may be. You're like, man, I know alcohol can exacerbate crises. I know exercise can exacerbate crises. It's my fault. I did this. And holding on to the guilt about it the next day, that's going to make you sicker. That is going to make you have more pain. And that's not the intention. So learning how to release the guilt. Okay. These are like the top things that I wanted to give to you today. And I wanted this video to be super short. It's not working out that way. But what's important is that I'm giving you information that you probably haven't heard anywhere else. That's important. It doesn't matter how long it takes me to communicate this to you all. But this is so important. Be your own best friend. Be your own best friend. Be gentle with yourself when you need to, but push yourself when you need to. And as you go along, as I've gotten older, I'm figuring out my boundaries. I'm figuring out my limitations and my thresholds. I kind of know when I'm pushing myself too much or when I'm not pushing myself enough. So I would say that to you, and I would say practice coming out of fight or flight. Most sickle cell patients have insomnia. We don't sleep well, or we sleep well during the day and not at night. That's because the adrenals are just out of order. There's a lot of dysfunction within the functionality of your adrenal glands. And so your adrenal glands kind of help control the cortisol, the hormones in the body, the stress hormones in the body. And these hormones, these stress hormones, are really, honestly, more dangerous than sickle cell anemia is itself to us. The stress that we experience from dealing with the disease is like having a whole other disease on top of a disease. So if you cannot accomplish having a day with no pain, practice accomplishing having a day where you're able to push yourself a little more than usual, try something new, and guess what? If it turns out that it made you worse, the next day, release the guilt. Because guess what? If you don't begin trying things, you will never know what your body can and can't tolerate, what it can and can't do. And I know the medical books and the doctors warn us about the dangers of exercise. Most sickle cell patients do not even try to exercise because it's very disappointing when you do, and then you're in pain or at the hospital the next day and you feel bad. So I'm saying to you all, if you want to change the patterns that the disease causes in your life, start with releasing the guilt, releasing the shame, being your own best friend. And when you have days you can't get out the bed, just work on your mind. Work on your mind so that your spirit will continue to get stronger to help you. And yes, as you get older, you do experience more complications. All of that is true, but it don't have to be true for you. Okay? This is a possibility, but it doesn't have to be how your life later in life is because of what you've been told. You create your own life. Thank you, baby. And the most important thing that I'm learning is my confidence. That not only did I believe in the modalities that I'm using, but that I believe in myself. I believe that, okay, this not working. I took this herb for 6 months, no change. I'm unfazed by it. I feel some kind of way, but I ain't fazed by it enough to stop trying. I will continue to try. I will continue to put my effort and my energy and my time into myself, because I am my biggest investment. My investment is to myself. And if I cannot give myself a cure to the disease, I can give myself peace of mind. I can learn to control my thoughts. And there may come a time where I've practiced this so much, I can achieve things I couldn't achieve before, because I am fearless. I'm willing to try anything, and I am not going to be critical towards myself and make myself feel guilty if I fail because I tried. The regret you don't want to have is of having the yearning to take this journey, but you don't have the courage to try it. For me, when I look back at those moments, I feel way more regret than when I went too hard, and paid for it the next day. So I want to say, you don't have to live bracing yourself for the next pain crises. Just live moment to moment. And when you have a day that you're doing well, don't even think about what happened in the emergency room the other day, what happened the last time you was in the hospital, the last time I was doing good. I had a terrible crisis. I was in hospital 3 months. That's programming. The past does not matter. The only thing that matters is this moment right now. What can I do with this moment right now? Okay, my leg's not working too well. My arms, it hurts to breathe. What can I do? Okay, you know what? I'm just going to lay here and practice having peace. I'm in this body. I'm not going to get out of this body no time soon. I don't have a change of bodies hanging in the closet. So let me practice being at peace with the cards life has dealt me. And so this is what I'm learning. This is why I made sure I had on my Mind Over Matter shirt today. And I just want to encourage you all to keep going on this journey. Thank you for sitting and listening to me. And I guarantee you that this will have a cumulative effect over time. And because what I'm doing is so different and so new, I don't expect a lot of people to resonate, agree, or even have the courage enough or the curiosity to try some of the things that I post on here. So, and that's cool, because there always has to be somebody who tries something. And so that's me. It's a journey, and it's weird, it's awkward. I know everybody here has different spiritual beliefs, and some of the things that I post may kind of conflict sometimes with your spiritual beliefs. And I respect that. So I would never tell you all to do something that is going to go against what your soul feel is the right spirituality for you to practice. Okay? So as we go deeper into this, I'm going to go deeper into metaphysical reasons that we were born into bodies with sickle cell, which is something I always wanted to know. And I think you're going to be really, really excited about the reasons that I am testing right now to see if they are true. And so I'm not going to tell you about it until I've tested out long enough and I'm confident that I feel this is accurate. But if I tell you about it before I'm confident about it, it's because I want to see and hear your feedback and see what you think about what I'm saying. So, all right, this is Camson with SCA Thrive. And warriors, keep thriving. Keep thriving. We don't have to survive. Just practice thriving, okay? Loving yourself, being patient with yourself, believing in yourself, and just know you are not alone. I share And on so many levels, I'm an empath. So I feel what y'all feel. Even if our sickle cell is doing something different to us, I feel everything. And I just want you all to know that I believe on a collective level, if we continue learning and practicing things that maybe our ancestors way back did for their sickle cell, I really do believe it's going to lead to something beautiful. So, all right. Peace, y'all.